Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, Stacey and I shall be discussing The Family Business, Season 3, Episode 3. And we got some origin. We got an origin story, actually, when it comes to Sebastian and Baby and Doll. But first, let's talk about the future. Let's talk about Brandy, who makes bad decisions. I mean, let's just get that out there. I mean, she went from one drug dealer to fucking another drug dealer.
Both of which are masquerading as CEOs of successful companies.
Also true. Also, as this woman has magically looked at a slide which had nothing on it. I looked at that. I was like,
those lab scenes irritate me so much. But I'm not going to be picky. It's just like little tubes of food coloring. And I'm like, first of all, if those were real chemicals, y'all would have passed out by now. Because you're not going to have them sitting open and fumes just billowing. There's no hoods in the lab. You know what? Whatever.
Stacey knows this shit. She did. Thank you, babe. My wife, Terry Davis, is supporting us from the car. So we'll keep her entertained while she drive home. I got some extra flaming hot Cheetos for you, babe. When you get here, just let you know because I love you. Anyway, my point is, Brandy reinvented a new drug with not one but two crackheads. She went to two crackheads, which makes it scientifically sound.
Yes, you got a male and female,
both white, both basically around a little over 40. So it's a very small sample group, but somehow they're going to go straight into production probably based on these two crackheads because they're still alive.
Well, at least they're not black, David. Progress.
You know what? Progress. That's right. I'm bad. You absolutely right, because black crackheads matter. And so this is what they were testing on the crackheads, and she said, I made a drug that's more addictive than heat, and therefore I'm gonna call it fire. I was like, non-creative. Really, how do you know how addictive heat is if you never actually used it or tried it? So what is your basis for this scientific assessment?
They stole Nevada's little reports that he did that time.
Oh, that's right.
And then they were like,
Got it. I would be happy for Brandy if her dumbass did not notice that her former predecessor, Dr. Fitz, just got shot to death. And, she's like, well, shit happens, I guess, I would have felt bad for Dr. Fitz if her dumbass didn't figure out that her predecessor got murdered. Like, when Dominique says, work on this like your life depends on it, I was like, this is some shit writing, but you should really run away. But Brandy's like, what was that? And Eric's like, don't worry about it, baby. Some people just get shot. I mean, don't even show me how you did this again. I was like, I was like,
don't do that.
Remember, like, boom. Oh, car, backfire car. No, seriously, though, that science scene was like, unfucking believable. I was like, why did you even bother? I'm like, she's looking at slides that ain't got nothing.
The white guy that recommended her because I guess his daughter was screwing.
That Brandy was fucking his son, and that relationship didn't end well. I'm like, Brandy don't make good decisions. Like, is it Brandy or is all the men that give her the dick? You got to think about that. Like, who's the real idiot in these situations?
Apparently, I finished the season. I don't want to give too many.
Oh, okay. No spoilers. All right,
but Aries is known for the dick. I put it out there.
All right. So he looked like a dick provider. Anyway, so anyway, we'll see how this fire thing works out. But on the other side, Alexander Cora just made a deal with Bernie. By far the worst Jewish stereotype of a man I've ever seen on television. Somehow I feel like this is Jewish white blackface. Like, I feel like somebody should be like, this is not okay.
Well, I think all the groups are pretty stereotypical.
Well, the Irish scene definitely was.
The Irish, I was like, they laying this on thick.
I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? I remember is that what you said? You forgot what show you were watching? You're like, what
I
happened?
did. I was like, what?
Did we go to Shameless? I was like, is this Sons of Anarchy, the origin story? Like, what happened? Like, I was
it was weird because my subtitles messed up, and I was like, the words aren't matching.
Me too.
And so I was like, what is happening?
Me too. Subtitles all fucked up. I guess the people like, we have no idea who these fake Irish people are saying. So let's just make up some words. So we don't know what the hell they're talking about. But anyway, so Alexander makes a deal with Bernie he needs all the heat that Bernie can get.
At retail price.
And Bernie was like, I'm Jewish, so I'm gonna take that deal. I'm like, stop being racist to get your own people, sir. You can do better. Anyway, so they make the deal. So I'm like, if you getting all that heat, but now you're making fire, how is that gonna work together? Like, we never saw like heat actually in the testing, situation. So we don't know necessarily the relationship right now between heat and fire.
I think they had like a little fake scene where they dissolved the heat to try to figure out what's in it or something.
So it's fake ass science. So let's not get through all this. The point is, so Alexander got the heat coming in from Bernie. We'll see how that works out. He got the fire being created by Brandy.
Why is it yellow? Like fire yellow?
It don't make sense. It's not.
They should have called it like lightning or thunder or something.
Something or pee. Something.
Mountain Dew.
Just be like skeet. Never mind. I don't know. I took that one too far. My point is, I don't know why it's red and how you get heat out of that. I agree, it don't make a lot of sense, but it's family business. I mean, I don't know.
Blue and call it like blue flame or something.
That's also good too. Branding. So there you go. They can make it black. Call it Black Midnight. I don't know. Like X. I don't know. I'm just making up shit right now. Anyway, drug dealing. We'll move forward. Let's see how this works out.
And another thing about the drugs, I'm not sure why you would want it to be 5 times as potent. Like, do you want to kill your customers?
Exactly. So now we're gonna go back to Power Book 3, when Detective Howard / R. Kelly says it's the bad stuff, it's the good stuff. So if they dying out there.
You're right. They did say that.
Remember?
That's the stuff they did.
Yes. So Melanie, if I do believe that's her name, the woman we believe is Harris's daughter, she actually has got some heat in her. So she went to that party looking for the guy from
Red.
All the Queen's.
His name is Wayne on the show.
Huh?
His name is Wayne.
All right. So she's looking for the guy Wayne instead of Red. He changed his name from Red to Wayne. But she got some heat, which is basically, like, as they said, some supersized no-dos that kind of keeps you awake and focused. But again, why you want to make something 5 times, as you point, 5 times more potent and addictive? You're going to kill your customers at some point. Like, how do you? That's not a good thing, probably, if you want repeat customers. But Mr. Crackhead said, I haven't felt this way since I've done drugs since I was 15. So like, their 2 test subjects are doing pretty well. It's only 2 though. So I'm not sure what science.
The other girl is a walking orgasm. Like, how do you function? Like, I don't know if I want to feel like that all day.
Like, like you can't function. Like I'm saying, your panties always wet, probably. I don't know what's going on. But I'm just saying, but like, that's not good. Remember the woman that had that problem?
Yeah.
Poor woman. She just couldn't function.
That's a disability.
You remember the show House?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the episode? They shouldn't have made this episode. The episode where the little girl was having orgasms in the back of her car. You remember that shit? It was not okay. I like, what the fuck? It was like a kid, and they're like, she's always shaking, and House was like, she's having orgasms. I was like, why the fuck would you write this? Like, why would you put this in the show, bro?
You know why they put that in the show?
I'm like, this is not okay. I was like, I'm uncomfortable. Anyway, we getting off track. All right, so let's get back to the main fact. So Juan / Pancho is taking the fight to Alejandro for his wife, Consuela. He be fighting the man for his own wife. So he
give it to her. She knows how to get her milkshake, brings all the boys to the yard. Even her nephew.
That's some powerful shit, man. Because she all kinds of men fighting, dying, murdering for her. It's crazy. It's crazy.
She started wars.
The straight war. He's like, we got to go to war, and LC was like, nah, no, we don't. Not really. This sounds like a you problem. That's what they should have said. That's the straight power move. That should have been sound like a you problem. Can they go now? In Juan's defense, he did bring up a good point that when Consuela and the Mexican crew were coming for LC, it was Juan that stood by his side when Alejandro was like, I'm fucking all you up. All right. Mm-hmm. Like Juan was there for him. So he should have been like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna be there for you. So I was kind of fucked up. I thought LC was wrong. Because of that.
I can see both sides, but as far as they know, she went back to her husband. It wasn't, they don't know she's
kidnapped.
If she's been kidnapped or harmed anyway. They just think she went back to her husband. So,
hey,
like I said, a marital dispute.
Yes. So I figured out Ramon is not her lover. Ramon is her assistant that worked with Natalie. It's an assistant. Actually, so the thumbnail for this video will have a picture of them two together. But that's who it is. It's an older man anyway. Her lover was like a young dude. Like it was her play nephew or some shit. And he was a much younger, strapping young man type shit. So like, I mean, this is an older man. But yeah, that's who Ramon is. My thing is though, how is it that Blade and the guy who cooks and stuff doesn't know that Ramon is in the next room? Because they were like, who are you talking to? And she's like, God. No, Ramon is right on the other side.
They know. I don't know why they don't know she's talking to him. I mean, why is he over there anyway with these brick walls that you can just talk through?
Like what is happening with that? Like, I don't even understand what's the point of that. I mean, what did Ramon do? Alejandro got to whoop his ass too. It don't. Wasn't
he with her when they snatched her?
I can't.
Because she had some little guy with her.
It was probably him then. It's probably him.
Yeah, because Warren was like, take the Cuban with you.
Okay. All right.
You're supposed to meet Nevada.
So let's get to Nevada. So Nevada's hanging out with his uncle, Uncle Cruz, in Mexico. Chippy took him for a family visit. So that seems to be going well. That may lead to things later. So that's a thing. Stacey shaking her head. I'm pretty sure. So Terry told me some spoilers, but we won't get into that. We'll wait for that to present itself in the storyline. At first, I was confused and like, why the hell is Chippy taking Nevada to see this dude? But then I realized that's his uncle. Because of Consuelo and all that stuff. That's cool.
I didn't realize how tall he was because he's always sitting down. That's a big ass man.
Yeah, he's 6 something. He says in the show, he's like, I'm 6.
Yeah, that's what he said. I was like, damn.
Well, he got shot by. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We've never seen him stand up. I was hoping for a scene where he magically gained his leg. He took some heat and was like, oh
shit, I can walk again. This is the most greatest drug ever.
Maybe in Orlando's like,
bing, bing. Nevada's gonna be like, you know what, Uncle? You know, Uncle, I can make this
drug. We're gonna be rich.
He's like, oh shit, we can change the whole medical industry by ourselves.
Have Dunkin' Pharmaceuticals.
Huh?
Dunkin' Pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, there you go. That's the next business. When's the last time they sold a car of any sort for drugs or not? Like that. Nothing.
Cover.
It's a poor because they forgot that was supposed to be their cover for cleaning the money. And that never went anywhere. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining us today. All right, so let's talk about Sebastian. So Sebastian is mourning the loss of baby and doll, and we get a whole origin story for him and said ladies as he's explaining to Rio how their triplet family came together. So we find out that the two ladies were in the middle of killing a drug dealer because he couldn't pay his whole tab.
But he had 5 keys on her. Joey Cinco.
You can't pay with cocaine, not with a brick.
They did on monogamy.
All right. So writers, what I'm saying? Something on average, like people take like actual legit cash. But you would think if he had 5 keys, he probably sold one of them and actually has legit cash on the side. He's dead ass broke, but he can afford a hotel. Huh? Parties?
Yeah. He wanted to get laid first and then go do some drug dealing.
I was like, I'll do some drug dealing later, but like that don't make any sense. I was like, But anywho, so we got Sebastian walking in, seeing the ladies open him up like a gift, as he said. He knew who he was, so he took those keys, and that's how he started his business. Because he explains that he just got out of jail and he didn't have shit. So everybody helped everybody. They just kind of helped each other through the situation. Mm-hmm. The funeral was beautiful. Two big
lovely
white guys. Who's gonna be? Huh?
I think I'll have a white funeral.
Well, you won't be there, so it really doesn't,
Yeah, but I put it in my will.
Have it all white. Everybody gotta wear white. It's like a white party. And they were all dressed in white as white women. So there's a lot of white things going on. My thing is,
white mascara.
I wonder who's gonna actually bury them since he walked away, leaving them in the funeral home.
He's gonna pay the people to do it, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. They never. It's like he just left these caskets there, and Rio was like, "I'm here to watch the business, not to make sure your ladies actually get put in the ground." Like he should kind of got into the details about that. Like, hey, here's the plot. So I didn't feel like they're gonna be their bodies are gonna just be sitting in that funeral home forever, and he's gonna be like, Rio's like, now it's time for me to go take over these businesses for 6 months, maybe 6 years, because what else do I do besides change my clothes and my hairstyle every other scene? Because he ain't got no real job or responsibilities. Like he really don't do shit.
No.
So, and he's made no effort to mention his sister, or anyone actually has made any effort to mention
sister.
Huh?
His twin sister.
That's what I'm saying. Like they were stuck at the hip, like first 2 seasons, and now he's like, sister who? Like they're not even a mention. Like, oh, Paris would have been nice if Paris was here for this, or Paris would have did well. Paris was here for that. Like, just make some mention of her. Would be awesome. Hello, babe. You got Cheetos upstairs. You said if I bought you, I should get the flaming hot Cheetos. I got you the super flaming hot Cheetos.
Super flaming hot.
Yes. Anyway, I digress. So anyway, we got to the backstory of that. I thought that was really cool. We met Maud, who apparently slash Sheila E. Who's
I was thinking that was his mom, but it's not.
No.
I think it's his sister.
All right. But anyway, she has 2 agents. She also has 2 women working for her. Seems to be a family thing, I guess. Family business. And I guess Sebastian is her plug because he's giving her the heat before he goes. Huh?
She's Kate.
Yeah. There you go. Sebastian should cut that hair before he goes, just to be like, hey, I gotta go incognito, since he doesn't ask any basic questions like, who would want me and my ladies dead? Perhaps Alex Cora, since our ladies put guns on him. But I thought they were still business partners, right? Didn't Alex need him to get the heat at some point?
Yep. But they didn't need the security.
Well, I'm saying, but like, doesn't Alexander say, hey, baby, Dominique, why are you killing this dude? That's messing up my business.
I have no idea why she did that.
It doesn't make like why now? Like he's still necessary. And that being said,
she's like what's the little boy from the Oval? Like
Jason
years.
Yes.
In places.
Well, actually, everybody does. Everybody does that because X pops up like a fucking ninja.
Yeah, Chippy and what's her name popped up.
Sasha. I mean, they all do that. That's just a plot device. That's like to get people from point A to point B. They all all the women went to assassin school. But anyway, so yeah, I was like, Alexander never goes back to Sebastian to be like, hey, what's up with the heat? What's up with that? Like that never really gets resolved. I don't think. And again, Sebastian never asked the question, who would want to kill me or try to hurt me and my ladies? Never. Like that so far. I mean, you think he would say it to Maud? He think he would say it to Maud to be like, I gotta go because I know there's somebody probably out there trying to get me. Who do you think it is? Blah 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 blah. And like nothing. Anyway, so we'll see. But maybe that comes back around. Okay, so maybe that comes back around. And Stacey's like, shh, you don't want to know yet, David, because it hasn't happened yet. So then I want to talk about Orlando and Curtis, because clearly a woman came between them at some point, because there's nothing that happens in Orlando's life that does not revolve around his penis, apparently.
All right.
So apparently some woman came between them and he's like, I can't believe this man messed up, whatever. I don't think it's Ruby. So I mean, what woman before Ruby messed it up there?
There's been plenty.
Uh-huh.
There's been plenty.
Oh, I know, right? Like, I mean, how many hoes can we count? He's like, hey man, I don't pay for it. That's you, bro. So I was like, that was hilarious when he does that. So LC and Curtis going golfing. I'm not sure, big deal. Another lady issue is Elijah. So Elijah does not know what a date is because he's never had sex. I'm not sure how those two are connected, but apparently Curtis is making fun of him. Brother Curtis is like, hey, bro, you don't know what a date is? Huh?
Rashad.
Last name was Curtis.
Curtis is the cousin.
Oh. All right. I thought it was named Curtis. But anyway, so brother was making fun of him as after they had a gun done praying. I think this is where we find out officially that Elijah is a virgin. How will Sasha take this? Would she be like a challenge? Huh?
He's 50. I googled him. He was born in 71. I'm looking 50.
He can be a 50-year-old virgin. It's possible.
I'm just saying he looks good for 50.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all right. I mean, what does 50 look like? I mean, it's like
Make it look like a whole lot of stuff.
Like, you be you know what's funny? They did I got a whole Facebook picture of like black women in their 50s, and I'm like, oh wow, like so and so's in their 50s. Like pretty much the whole cast of The Best Man are in their 50s. I mean, at this point. I'm like, damn, that's going on. So we got Alex, we got Brother Min. Oh, so the LC is expanding his crew at seats at the table. So now Brother Minister has a seat at the table. We have a Corey Black. Corey Black has a seat I don't know what his purpose is, but he has a seat at the table. He's a biker. He's the biker wannabe Sons of Anarchy dude. Because like you gotta have that street just. And then we got the Irish. The Irish makes no effing sense. I was like, so as we see it, I don't remember them being in the meeting because they said he went to go see Duncan, right? He made it seem like I was in there with the blacks and he was having a meeting, and I'm like, what meeting did you meet LC at? Mm-mm. I don't remember that. But then like he's like, I saw the nations all come together. Anyway, my 5-7 sons, because I'm Irish and all we do is hump and eat potatoes. They're
all redheaded, of course.
Also, and one of them apparently has a black wife or something, because he was like, if you couldn't hear it, like the accents were way too strong. But the lead Irish dude, he says to one of them has a black wife, the youngest one, the one that looks like Carrot Top, like with the red hair, and saying like, if we go down this path, we'll be wearing Black Lives Matter shit, something. But anyway, Irish dude says they're about to go to war. I thought they're gonna be eating Lucky Charms at some point. I mean, I don't know. They reminded me of the leprechaun from American Gods. That's what they reminded me of. Like they went real. Huh?
I'm surprised he wasn't on here.
You're absolutely right. Huh?
He probably had better gigs to do.
He was like, nah, dude, I got self-respect. Nah, I can't do this bullshit. Also, old boy with the scars. He's gonna be in Power. And he was on Sons of Anarchy. Okay. That dude, he probably would also say
brought Tommy on shit.
Huh?
You could have brought Tommy in.
You could have. You could have bought Tommy and fucking Kate. Well, screw it. Just bring the whole family. They're all Irish. I mean, so but like,
huh? You could have been a test subject. Like, give me some more fire, more fire.
Kate would have been like, can I have a little? Just put it in my hands. I just I was thinking of that dude. Like that actor would be perfect. This is that kind of stereotypical role he does. Like, you know, and I think he would have been good. He would be a more credible leader because this little leprechaun they got leading this crew is hilarious. Like he's not scary. I'm like, let's work on these accents, bro. Like you too much. Like just turn down the Irish.
Turn the subtitles on. I was like,
what? And then like you said, the subtitles are all fucked up. I was like, damn, BET Plus can't get subtitles right. I was like, what are they saying? The one time we need English subtitles for people speaking English. Like this is the time. Oh man, oh kills me. All right. That's my notes. Anything else for this episode?
Mm, Warren went and killed Alejandro's crew and left a cigar
Yes,
as
yes, yes.
marker.
Yes. So like I
That
said,
little guy, his son.
huh?
What's that little guy that's always with him?
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, that's supposed to be his son. So since LC turned his back on him, he has to go it alone, just him and his son. I guess his son is fighting for his stepmama he always wanted. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm like, hey, Dad, how about you fight for my mama? Where is she at? I don't know. Ruiz killed her in book 1. Where's Ruiz back? I mean, Ruiz would be good for this. I mean, he ain't got no job. You know what I'm saying? You can bring back the whole crew. I mean, I would say.
Maybe they'll bring him some Tainos in season 4.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Even old boy who was like, we're only related by blood. He could be in here like the whole crew. Like they could just bring the Tainos and the ones they killed.
Italians.
Huh?
The Italians, but they
the Italians could be. I think they killed all the Italians, so that they got they're running out of ethnic groups to murder.
I think ain't got no Nigerians. We ain't got no.
I think they did the Chinese sort of.
Yeah, they got a little Asian crew. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there's always the Yakuza. Like nobody thinks about South Koreans. I mean, or the Indians. It's always the Yakuza.
Indians. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't know why it's always them. So I think every season is gonna be like some new ethnic group. So now,
yeah, they keep adding mad characters, and I'm like, what is this about? Can we finish up the storylines from season 1 and 2?
Can we do that? Because like, huh?
Can we get rid of this dude?
I know, why is X still around? Damn it! But no X in this episode. So this was a good episode because there was no X in it. I really appreciate it.
I'm sorry. I'd be cracking up.
It's acting is fucked up. Like Terry was like, David, is he purposely playing a bad actor?
It's supposed to be like that.
No.
Yes.
No, he just can't act. No, it's a combination of two. It's kind of he's trying to play crazy and deranged, but he's not a good actor. So it just makes it look ridiculous. His crazy deranged look. No, he's not a good actor, but I know he's trying to go. But like, it's no, bro. Like this.
It's hilarious to me. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's great comic relief. It's not scary. It's just, and it doesn't make sense that he cannot be murdered. Like, he's not bulletproof, bro. Like, it's like
why are no law enforcement looking for this man? He is a fugitive. Nobody gives a shit.
Remember when they had the whole like FBI and local NYPD looking for him? Remember that? And they're like, fuck it. Hey, Zachary, it is a good show. I'm just saying it's just silly, man. It's a lot of silliness. And then now you got Curtis, who's like, I got U.S. Marshals feeding me live intel. Why don't you just send the U.S. Marshals? Like they're law enforcement. He is an escaped criminal. Like send the marshals themselves.
I think if your intent is to murder him, then yeah, you would do it yourself versus just sending law enforcement.
But remember when they had dirty cops on their side? Remember that?
They still got that one guy, but he don't look like he does any wet work.
I'm like, as much money as that. No. Last season they had some white cop, like they had like dirty cop when they were chasing X the first time. They had like a whole crew like dirty cops working for them. Or one guy. It was one guy, but they did have like a dirty cop working for him. My point is, if they have ex-black cop who just does random stuff with Harris so things go away, it can't be that hard to get them to actually go after a real criminal. It just I'm like, it should not be this difficult. As we say, put him on a wanted poster. Look at him. He's not hard to find. He's not hard to find. Just because he puts on a hoodie does not make me he disappears. Anyway, anything else for the silly episode?
I think that's it.
All right. Then we will make a time to go see episode 4 and get into that foolishness maybe tomorrow. Because then after that we got to do the Oval on Wednesday. We got Queens we're gonna do on Saturday. So we can do that with Kim. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you everyone who joined the channel. We greatly appreciate you. And we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Please check out our our community section. I'm starting to do funny posts and pictures and stuff, trying to engage. Yeah, I'm trying to expand. The more subscribers you get, the more access they give you to YouTube. So one day I'll be able to do cool stuff. Maybe they're trying to compete with Instagram and TikTok, I guess, or at least Instagram with the whole photo and message thing. But I'm not starting a whole new Instagram channel. Like this ain't Mark Dart. I ain't doing all that. That's too much. This is a hobby and a job. Huh?
Clap them cheeks.
Hey, that's.
I meant to say that in our review.
So there you go. Thank you for reminding me. For this to be BET Plus, I'm very disappointed. There ain't a lot of cheek clapping going on. Like I thought it would be more. They definitely hyped up the language. They definitely riled up the language. Definitely. But I'm not seeing. I mean, Orlando is always with hoes. I'm not seeing it. Like I'm not seeing what I thought I was gonna see.
I don't think there's any real sex this season. No.
So I'm like, I don't know what that warning is for.
Sasha, neither one of them are getting any, and they were like the main two people screwing.
Oh yeah, she was always.
Rio never gets any.
That's true. Season 1 and 2, Sasha. I thought I was watching a porno with Sasha in last season. I didn't know what's going on, but I was like, oh, BET Plus, they're gonna take maybe a little bit further, but like, they do nothing.
And they keep virgin, so
yeah, that ain't happening. Then I was thinking, they give you that warning like you're about to watch a Tyler Perry show, and I'm like, Tyler Perry, bring it. So I was like, this ain't Tyler Perry level.
And Carl Weber is about that life.
I guess not, man. I was like, what?
I think Nevada may be his child. They have the same last name.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that could be it.
He's not a great actor. And then Blade, she got to be somebody's niece or cousin or something.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Trash. That's trash right there, bro. I'm like, Like, who are you related to? Please, this must be a family business, because you did not earn this. That's called nepotism. That's called nepotism, not racism. Nepotism. But all right, guys, that is it. Again, thank you everybody for joining us in the chat. We greatly appreciate it. Who in the world is? Ugh. All right, Stacey, I will see. Perhaps tomorrow. Are you available tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we'll probably tune in, same bat time, same bat channel, and check out season 3, episode 4 of this. I would say good